So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today in this video we are going to see a palette called button, or you can say a GUI item of Android layout, that is button. Okay, so firstly we will change the layout to linear layout, and simply we will delete all the I will delete all. Okay, so now there is only one layout, that is linear layout, and I am assigning orientation, that is vertical. Okay. So next I need a button. So simply type less than symbol and simply type B. Then you will see a suggestion that is button, and you can also see there is also one suggestion that is image button. I will tell you after this. So simply press arrow key and then press enter. So it automatically generates the code, and then what we want the button to acquire the whole width. So that's why we are setting the width to match parent. As video already discussed, that is match parent is nothing but matching the width or matching the height with your parent layout. Okay, and I want to set the height to wrap content because we don't want our button to take the whole screen or etc. And simply press slash to close the button. There are two types to close the any tag or any item. So you can do with one slash, or otherwise you can simply press or type greater than symbol. It will automatically close and close for us. Okay, so we are not doing anything inside the button. That's why we are closing it by slash. If anything you want to do inside that specific item, so you need to close the item like the only by creating a greater than symbol, and otherwise you can simply type slash. So here basically we will provide one text, that is, so you can see there is a property text, and we can say click me. Okay, but as you can see here, let me show you, the button is close to the screen sides, or you can say it is close to the phone side. So what if we want some kind of spacing to look it like better? So you need to add one property called margin. When you are applying the margin, you need to pass a value in dp. In Android, any type of value you pass for the properties, that is in dp, and for the text it is in esp. You can also use dp. It is nothing but, so as you know, in different types of languages like html and all, you can use pixels. So in Android Studio you need to use dp. Okay, so simply I am giving here 10 dp size. So as you can see, the size of the layout is little bit shrink, and it takes some amount of space, that is 10 dp. So it looks better now. Okay, but let's see, try running it, we will get our button or not. Let's start our Android Studio. Oh, by the way, wish you a happy new year to all, and it will be the great year ahead for you and your family. Okay, so as you can see here, button is generated. As we given the text that is click me, it says click me. So now we want to do something on the button click. Okay, so for that you need, I already mentioned, you need to assign a id. So simply type id, it will show some property, press enter. Then you have to type at the rate plus id slash. You can also press enter if you don't want to type the whole thing. Simply by pressing enter, it will automatically type all the thing. After that, you need to provide the name, or you need to provide the specific identifier that when you are using the backend process, or when you are using the your button in Java, then you need that name. So that's why give it a unique name that will not be overlapped by any other item. So simply I am here giving btn click. Okay, now you can see it will go to green, that is no error occurred. So now what we want to do, we want to just simply display a toast message. So for you, a toast message is nothing but a small uh, pop-up or small message that pops up from the bottom of the screen. At the bottom of the screen, you see some kind of apps, and in the apps there are different types of pop-up messages like registration successful, your login successful. So that's nothing but a toast. So what we are going to do, we are going to open our Java file for the first time. Okay, so here inside the Java directory, also inside their package, that is com.dreamtrace.my first application, click on main activity. Right, simply double click on it, the file will open. Now here, don't worry, don't need to be confused about this thing, what are these thing and all this stuff. So basically our class, if you used object oriented programming before, then you might know this kind of structure. Otherwise leave it, just simply follow the steps. Okay, so this is the class, and the name of my class is main activity. When you are creating your activity, it will be generated automatically, and it extends the app compat activity. It is by defaultly created by the Android Studio. So when you are using an activity, it is must that the class extends the app compat activity, or it may extend the different type of fragments or any type of adapter. It depends on your application need. For the activity purpose, it will be only app compat activity. Okay, then there is a method called onCreate. So there are different types of methods. I'm not discussing because it will be very theoretical part. So basically onCreate method is nothing but when the activity is created, then it like what we want to do when the activity is created. Okay, so there are two different statements in that, that is super dot on create saved instance set. No need to worry about what is it, leave as it is for the primer or at this level. So the second statement is set content view r dot layout dot activity. So if you might think how the Java file knows what is my XML file. So here is the statement for you. This statement says this Java file is linked to that specific activity. When you press Control and hover your mouse to this kind of statement, when you click on that, it will jump to that particular XML file. Okay, so that's the way that Java file knows it's my XML file. So here, firstly, in any language, as we all before using, we need to declare a variable. So here also you need to declare variable, but rather than data types, here we are using the item names. Like if you using integer type of variable, you need to declare int type of variable. For string, you need to declare string. Like so, if you are using button, then we have to use button. As you can see, I am simply typing but, it will shows a suggestion for me. Simply press enter, and you can provide any name for it. It's a variable name that is used inside this Java file. So I'm they use each time I use the same name of the specific item or specific palette that is used here. So as you can see, I'm simply copying the name, pasting here. Why I do this? Because it will be easy to remember, that is which variable is it for which id. So that's why I use the same name for the both files. You can use anything, you can simply only type a also, no worries, but it must be name. Then inside your onCreate method, like here consider, you need to declare your variables in the class, and you need to initialize them in the onCreate method, that is when your screen is created. Okay, so for initializing, what we will do, button click, that is our variable name, equals to. So now what to do, we have given our button a specific id. So inside that variable we need to pass which button is that, or which item is that. So with the help of one method that is provided by Android Studio, that is nothing but find view by id. As you can see, when you are typing, it will show suggestion, press enter. So here in this method, you need to specify the ID of that particular button. So how will you do? Simply type capital R, then dot ID dot your name of the button, or you, sorry, your ID of that specific item, that is button click. Okay, as you can see, button click. When you are pressing Control and hovering to it, it will directly jump to. By this you can understood the way you can find that is it is correct or not. Otherwise you can simply by checking the spelling, you can simply match. Okay, it's my button, that's it. But what is r dot id dot button click? So here I am going to mention capital R denotes the resource inside your structure. So inside the resource structure, go to the id section and click on this id. When you type this statement, that is android dot colon id and this id, in the resource folder, in somewhere it is not directly visible, it stores the button click this id as id. So it specifies it is an id part. So that's why we are here mentioning that is r.id. In future, in different tutorials, or when we are doing some projects, in that we need some type color or drawable file, so then we use r.drawable or .color, etc., such a thing. So it is for that. So r.id dot the name of your sorry, the id of your button. So after that, what we want on the click of the button. So for the click, there are two different methods. One is by the calling the listener, and second is assigning inside your XML file. So we will be try on both. Simply here type one property called on click. It might be depicted. So here simply type anything, any. So what it requires? It requires a function name. So here I am going to pass click me. So it shows error. Why it shows error? Simply press alt enter. Okay. So in second option it says create click me view in main activity. As you might know, there is no method inside the this class rather than on create. So you need to create a function or method which will be called when we click on the button. It is the simple way to use the button. So press alt enter and draw and select this create click me side view in main activity. Press enter. It will automatically create the method for you, or it will create a function for you. Now as you can see, the error gone. So when the button click, automatically this method will be called. So when you call this method, you need to do something, or you can do anything whatever you want to do. So as we know, we want a toast, or we want a pop-up message. So when you type capital T O A, only T is capital. So as here you can see there are two different toast, and bottom you can see another. So why these are two? The first one, that is need to be your like what you can say, customizable toast or customizable message. The whole message you need to type, but the last one, it will generate all the statement for you. Press simply enter. So as here you can see the text or statement is generated, that is toast dot make test. This, it is the context of the current activity. Context is nothing but the current activity. Okay, the instance of the current activity. So rather than passing the context, we simply pass this, that this points to the current object in simple words. So here in double quotes you can see a text. So which text do you want to display on your message? So I will simply type, sorry, hello there. Okay, this is my message. And then there is also one parameter called toast.length short. So it has two parameters, length short and length long. Length short is nothing but some specific short amount of time, and long is nothing but some specific short amount, a long amount of time. So by default it will be length dot length underscore short, so leave it as it is. Simply shift F10 to run our code. Let's see whether our code will run or not. So as you can see our button, when I click on the button, it simply displays a text message. I will click on one at a time. Hello there. Okay. So this is the simplest way of performing the on click of the specific function. Okay. So I will remove it and show you the another way, that is for all coding part. Simple. We will remove inside your on create method. You need to write down your variable name, that is you declared over here. So button click dot, you can see there is one method suggested, set on click listener. So it is nothing but when the click event is occurred, then it listens to that click and do the specific task that you want. So press enter. Okay, the method is called, but inside that method you need to pass a specific listener to listen the click. So create or type new in capital letter V. As you can see, suggestion appears view dot on click listener. So press enter, it will generate all this stuff for you. Okay, so I will explain what it is. So when you are assigning the set on click listener, this is the method to simply set a button to on click listener, that is it will listen the button click, but what the actual button is pressed or not, or the click event occurred or not. So this will be part, and what will be done on the click part. So this is done at this on click method. So inside this on click method you can type same message, that is toast I'm typing, and second one enter. As you can see, it says my activity main activity dot this. You can simply pass this, or you can pass main activity dot this, and we will pass text, that is hello there. And length will, now we will do one thing, length will be long. Okay. uh, so you view is nothing but the view of the screen, so that's why it is compulsory to use this statement. So that's why we need or we have to use it. So let's try running application and test that it works or not. Okay, application operation succeed. Click me. Yes, there you go. It shows a text and it will stay for a long time. This is because the length long statement. If we do length short, it will stay for short time, and for long it will take some time, but it is in seconds. So that's not like 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, etc. So these are the two different ways to perform a button click, or you can say what to do after a click event occurs. So these are two main ways, that is first is on click method inside the XML file, and second is by using the on click listener. So hope you like this video. and in the next video we will see the text view and edit text. So thanks for watching.